Hi all, myself, I am Pawan Kumar Sharma, Narayana Physics faculty, and I am discussing mains question paper which was conducted on 31st January session, morning paper. So this is the first question which I am going to discuss, and these are all the questions on the basis of memory based information given by students who have written the test. They may not exactly representing the given situation. A particle is projected with velocity v and at the topmost point has velocity root 3 v by 2. Then find the time of flight of the particle. That's the question. Remember, at the maximum height, this is the situation. As you are all aware, x-axis, y-axis, here is my projectile. Right? Now, at this point, the velocity is u cos theta. So, in the place of cos theta, you have root 3 by 2. Clearly, the angle part here is 30 degrees. And you know the initial velocity. So, therefore, time of flight is 2v sine 30 divided by g. This will be my answer. It's a very easy question. It's a very easy question from kinematics, and regularly most of the questions appeared from projectile. Next, we will move on to the second question, which is on semiconductors theory based. It is related to the effect of temperature on resistance. See, semiconductor material will have negative temperature coefficient. You raise the temperature, its conductivity increases, so resistivity decreases. Why conductivity increases? Because of the availability of conduction electrons increases. So therefore, the option that best fits for this given situation is 2. So 2 is my answer. Resistance decreases and the number of electron increases. Conduction purpose electrons increases. Now we move on to the next question. See, the next question deals with a numerical type surface tension based question. You see, you have 1000 identical liquid drops of radius of 1 mm and surface tension 0.07 Newton per meter. Remember, so this is the surface tension value, and you have 1000 identical drops. They are all combined to form a single drop, and then heat released during this process, quite common. Surface energy decreases. Suppose if these are all small drops, very small drops, each of radius r. Now, because of their combination, it's a big drop, a single big drop of radius capital R. On the basis of the volume conservation, you will have 4 by 3 pi r cube is n times 4 by 3 pi small r cube. This gives you the relation capital R is n power 1 by 3 times small r. Hold it. Now, what was the initial surface energy? 4 pi t n r square. That's the initial surface energy. Now, what is going to be the final? Same, 4 pi t capital R square. Now, using this relation, 4 into 22 by 7. Why I am substituting 22 by 7? Because you can see surface tension is expressed in the multiples of 7. So, therefore, that is 7 into 10 power minus 2. And inside n is 1000. Or 10 power 3. R square. R square is 10 power minus 6 minus capital R square. By the way, this is 10 times small r. So, there were 100 times 10 power minus 6. Now, Fortunately, unfortunately, the data what the students have given, nowhere the options match. This works around 88 into 9 into 10 power minus 6. So therefore, none of these options, this works around some 700 odd. So therefore, the answer will be somewhere around 700 odd. As I mentioned, these are memory based questions. So 88 into 9 is going to be your answer, right? And there is no option because this is a memory based. The student might have missed either the option or the data, something. So therefore, I assume 88 times 9 will be the answer, right? Next. Now we move on to the next question. This is on simple harmonic motion. If a particle is performing SHM of amplitude A, I repeat, maximum potential energy. That's important. In fact, you are speaking about the total energy of the particle is 25 joules. Find the kinetic energy at x is equal to a by 2. My goodness, at x is equal to a by 2, potential energy will be 1/4 of the total energy. Accept it. Obviously, kinetic energy will be 3/4 of the total energy. Or yeah, this itself is the total energy. So 3 by 4 times of 25 joules. Therefore, 18.75 is my answer. It's a very good question, easy question in SHM. Right. Next question. At a height h is equal to 3r from the Earth's surface, important. Value of acceleration due to gravity is g1. Say, keep this in your mind. And at a depth d, acceleration due to gravity is g2. Keep this in your mind. And this is the very important relation. Find the depth d. Hold on. According to me, what is g1? According to me, g1 is nothing but g into r square by r plus h whole square as per the formula. Here h is 3 times r. So therefore, this will become 16r square. So therefore, this will be g by 16. G by 16. What about G2? G2 is G into 1 minus d by r. Right. Now you go for the data. You said G2 is for G1, which means implies 4 times G by 16 is G times 1 minus d by r. So you need to solve this 1/4. So therefore, with this, d by r becomes 3 by 4. 3/4 of 6,400. Answer is 4,800 kilometers. Repeatedly on the same concept. I am telling you again. 24th, 25th, literally 29th, 30, 31. In literally 9 sessions, mostly from gravitation, is the same question, same model keeps repeating. So please take a note of this. Next question. Relation between what a question is this? It is the property of gas. Oxygen at 300 Kelvin, at 310 Kelvin, at 320 Kelvin, what it is the diatomic gas. It depends, the ratio depends on, this ratio depends on nature of the gas. It is independent of temperature. I am assuming a given temperature is a normal temperature where KTG is still operation. So therefore, it is independent of temperature. This is going to be my answer. So I am going with, it is independent of temperature. T power 0 represents independent of temperature. A very easy question, normal, straight question. Next, two identical cells are first connected in series and then connected in parallel to an external load of 5 ohms. If the current through load in each case is the same, current is the same, then find the internal resistance. This is what the question. See, let me explain. The first circuit goes like this. The second circuit goes like this. This is your load, both occasions. EMF, internal resistance. EMF, internal resistance. EMF, internal resistance. EMF, internal resistance. If someone asks me the current in this case, I'll simply say 2E by R plus 2 small r. That's the deal. Here the current is E by capital R plus small r by 2. Solving which you will get a small r in terms of capital R, which is nothing but 2 capital R plus small r is a capital R plus 2 small r. 2 small r, which clearly indicates small r is nothing but capital R. So my answer for this is 5 ohm. Thumbs up. Easy question. Therefore, next question, see, a very easy question, single substitution. My goodness, a very easy question. Repeatedly, same model, they are asking the question on Gauss law. Now you see, side is given A 20 centimeters. The nature of the field is given. I am very fortunate to have this question. Why? Because field is unidirectional along x-axis. What benefit am I going with this? You are getting a huge benefit in this. No flux in this portion, 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 no flux in this portion. In case if you have flux, you will have flux only in one portion, which is nothing but this portion. Now what am I going to do now? Now I will take up the field here. I know the field here, E is magnitude. I am side evaluating magnitude, remember. So 400, X is 1 by 5, 1 by 25. Right, I got the field and area, side square, 1 by 25. So therefore, the flux is EA, positive, outward. So therefore, this is 400 divided by 625. As I clearly mentioned, these are memory based questions. Whether this question is an objective type or a numerical type, no idea at all. If this is a numerical type, I am troubled. Why? Because you will get an answer 0.64. If it is an objective, no issues. So accordingly, you should respond. Everything is an SS system. This is also an SS system. A very good question. Reasonably good question. A message wave. This is a question from communication. Same model repeatedly they are asking. The entire 9 sessions. Now you see, this is the frequency of the message signal which is to be modified, and this is the carrier. So there in terms of omega, you need to write it in frequency by 2 pi, which gives 500 Hz. Similarly, this one is exactly 2 Hz. You already know in the spectrum of the amplitude modulated wave, you will have carrier frequency, lower sideband, upper sideband. Here is your carrier frequency 500 Hz, less it by 2, 498 Hz, rise it by 2, 502 Hz. I see, ideally speaking, if I have only one option, I should have written 500 Hz, but this will have sidebands. So therefore, you will have 500 Hz, you will have 502 Hz, and you will have 498 Hz. You won't have this. So therefore, the answer accordingly is A, B, C. Third one is my answer. A very important, straight, simple question, and you should never miss such questions, right? Next. Now take up this. Here neutron will break into proton, but proton will not break into neutron because, see, if this is the question actually in the exact manner, maybe the perception of the other is rest mass. The rest mass of neutron is greater than the rest mass of proton. That might be the only reason. But beta decay represents both. Both will decay. Like inside nucleus it might happen. Externally isolated condition, you won't see the decay of proton outside the nucleus. So therefore this is the reason. So I am going with this. Rest mass of neutron is greater than the rest mass of proton. And rest, no use at all. Nothing to discuss on that. Right? A very easy, simple. But only problem is, if you are troubled, then also, 3, 4 have nothing to do with this. You need to select something between 1 and 2, and 2 is clearly explaining my answer. Right. I am going for the next question. This is a very easy question, straight, you should never miss. An electron of hydrogen atom takes transition from 3 to 1, emits photon of wavelength lambda 1. And again you are taking 2 to 1, lambda 2. There are here. इससे easy question नहीं मिलेगा आपको from Bohr's theory. What is 1 by lambda 1? That is simply, or you said 1 minus 1 by 9. Similarly, what is lambda 2? This is simply 1 minus 1 by 4. हो गया question. Now you go with lambda 2 by lambda 1. What exactly you will get? 32 by 27. Here is your answer. They are asking X. 27. One single step. Bohr's theory. So, actually this type pattern is very easy. If you focus properly, you can score minimum 85, 90 in any of these papers. So, Bohr's theory, easy question. 27 is my answer. I am not sure what kind of question is this, whether it is a objective type or numerical. I clearly mentioned this is memory based. Next. A magnetic dipole of magnetic moment 5 ampere meter square is parallel to uniform magnetic field of 0.4 Tesla. If it is slowly rotated by an angle 180, work done by external agents. What was the initial potential energy? Minus mb. What is going to be the final potential energy? Plus mb. What is the change? 2 mb. That's the work required, obviously. 2 mb. 2 mb. 2 into m. 5 into 0.4. I just have a suggestion while doing this question. Problem is, these are very easy questions. Unfortunately, you don't care units. Please always check. Fortunately, it is in Tesla, no issues. Sometimes they will give it in Gauss. You will go wrong. So please check that. So therefore, here the answer is 4 joules. Very fortunate, easy, simple substitution. And I think this is the first time I am seeing a question from magnetic properties. Last 8 papers, as per the memory based content, I didn't see any good question from magnetic properties. This is the first time entry in magnetic properties. Next, a conducting sphere of radius r is charged with charge q. I am assuming sphere, like no issues. Potential with distance from the center is best represented by, it should be equipotential. So entire body potential must be the same. Thereafter it behaves like a point charge, inversely proportional to distance square. This is correct. So third option is absolutely correct. See, you might confuse between 2 and 3. You may see this is not 0. Can't be 0. It's a wrong option. So you may confuse between 2 and 3. Definitely inside there will be potential, and that is constant throughout from center till surface. So therefore 3 is my correct answer, right? So easy question out of graph theory based, is an easy question all the time. Next. Two conductors are made of same material and has equal lengths, but area of the conductor is A and the second one is 2A. Okay, drift velocity of the electron is Vd in first conductor, then find drift velocity of the electron in second conductor. Remember, if no information about electric field, potential difference, etc. like kind of thing, I should understand drift velocity is something like this, E by m into tau as per NCERT. So this is about electron, this is the field, no information given by you, I am assuming constant. Then tau, this is a function of temperature and material, nature of the material, everything is the same. So whether it is 2A or A makes no difference. You may go wrong if you take current is a constant, NEAVD, current is a constant, NEAVD. If you go in this terminology, you may go wrong. This is a wrong approach. Don't go for that. No information is given. So I assume E is a constant. Then it is purely material. Both the materials are same, fortunately. So therefore both must have the same drift velocity. So my answer is 3. Right? Next. Speed of light in air is V. Its speed is 0.2V in a given medium. Refractive index of the given, obviously refractive index is air, speed in air by speed in medium. This will be 1 by 0.2. 5. I love to see such a material. Simply number wise 5. Diamond itself works around 2. I'm really love to see such a material. Okay, this is question, that is the answer. Otherwise, 5 practically I doubt whether it exists or not. Next, 100 balls of mass m collides elastically on floor with speed v. If collision lasts for t seconds, find force applied by the 4. Number of balls, each of mass m, speed v. Each ball change in momentum is 2mv. So 100 such balls are striking in t seconds. So change in momentum, and this is totally rate of change of momentum. So therefore my answer is 1. A very easy, simple substitution. Only thing you may confuse is 200 mv by t and 100 mv by t. This is a wrong option. This is the correct option because it is colliding elastically. Next. If kinetic energy of a solid sphere in pure rolling is 7000 joule, mass of the sphere is 1 kg, then calculate the velocity of the center of mass. Try to express it, the total kinetic energy. The total kinetic energy, I can write it as half, standard formula, 7 by 5 mvcm square. This is for a rolling object. If you write half mvcm square, you are out. This is a rolling object. So obviously, see why they have given 7000. That is how you should look at. This is all 7000. Now half half 7 5 mass 1 kg This is what I need to find. Is 7,000. Lucky to have this. And finally, I can say VCM is 100 meter per second. Again, I'm telling, no idea whether this is an objective type question or what do you call numerical type. No idea, but this is the answer. As I mentioned, these are all memory based. Next. In the shown figure, PV graph, gas do not absorb or release the heat through the process. What I need to assume in this? Delta Q 0. In that case, change in internal energy is simply negative of work done. Now, here the work done is negative. Here work done is compression. Work done is negative. W is negative. Minus of minus is positive. So therefore, what you can see in this is area of the graph. Simply find area. Area of the trapezium. Sum of the two parallel sides. 50 plus 10. 50 plus 10. 60 kilo. Into distance between them 150. So by solving which you will get the answer as 4.5 joule. You can see that clearly. 4.5 joules. Right? And this is volume given in centimeter cube. Don't forget that. This volume is in centimeter cube. So you should write 10 power minus 6 here. So if you fail, you won't find any answer here and you'll get confused. Right? So please take care while you are doing problems on units. You should take, now you see this is in centimeter cube. This is normally in SI system. So if you simply do the product, you won't get. You will leave this question otherwise. In spite you are capable of solving this. Please take care. Next. Wow. Question number 19. This is one more question from SHM. A system of this type is simply equivalent to to 2K. And so what I will do is, I will find the frequency of this time period is 2 pi root m by k. 2 pi mass 490. Don't write like that. 490 10 power minus 3 divided by k. K2. Right. 2k. So 2 into 2. By solving which you will get this as pi into 7 into 10 power minus 1. That's the time period. You are asking to find the number of complete oscillations in 14 pi seconds. Reciprocal of this is frequency. Into 14 pi. This much a number of oscillations are done. I am not cheating you. This is simply time period. Reciprocal of time period is frequency, number of oscillations per second. Itna time mein kitna oscillations hoga? That's what I have found. So obviously 2 times and the answer is 20. A good question, easy question again. Next, in an LCR series circuit, current and voltage are in same phase. I like this data. You know why? This implies the reactive part of inductance, the reactive part of capacitance gets cancelled. Now resistance of the circuit is 20 ohm. Potential difference of AC source is 220 volts. Current in circuit is, one simple substitution. Current is 220 by 20. 11. Remember, if you put 11 as your answer, you are wrong. They are not asking this, they are asking root x. So root x is 11. So x is 121. So this is a trap. Hello? This is a trap. If you mark 11, you are out. So very simple question, and I like this case. Remember, resonance. This case represents resonance. Next. Statement 1. Beam of electron contains wave nature. Absolutely correct. Yeah, correct. Electron microscope. The above fact is discovered by Davison and Germer experiment. Right. They verified and they got Nobel Prize for that. So therefore, both the statements are true. It's a simple direct substitution. Next. Which of the following is dimensionless quantity? R is resistance. Right. XL will also have the units of ohm. This will have units of ohm. Even capacitive reactance will have units of ohm. Now you take this resistance by resistance, so dimensionless. So therefore you want dimensionless. This is the quantity which is dimensionless. A very easy option. You need to identify this. Rest all are wrong. This one will have a dimension of 1 by ohm. This one will have a dimension of ohm. This one will have a dimension of ohm square. I am not leaving all the other. This is dimensionless. Very clear. Next. Unpolarized light of intensity I0 is incident on a Polaroid combination ACB such that, this is important, transmission axis of A and B are perpendicular and C is at an angular bisector of A and B, which means C makes 45 degrees. This angle is 45 degrees. And this is B. Right. Clear. So now when I0 pass through, you will have I0 by 2. Normal. And Malus law says this is I0 by 2 times cos square 45. 1 by 2. And again, if this is all x times cos square 45. So overall this will become I0 by 8. Easy. Polarization. NCRT solved example. Next. Find the normal reaction between ground and roller. Looking while diagram is hectic, but easy question this one. Trust me. If the force on the roller is passing through the center as shown, I am very fortunate to have this. Now the question is, just want to take this, right, I will take blue. This one is a component, 200 cos 30 component, and this is 200 cos 30 component, and this is 200 sin 30 component. Apart from this, you have weight, W. Normal reaction. They are asking normal reaction. Very simple. One single substitution. Weight, my goodness, this is 70. So 700 is the weight part. And 200 sin 30, 100. So which is 800 Newton. Here is my answer. Simple, direct. We are very fortunate to have this question. There is no friction part, no rolling part, everything. What is that they are asking? Normal reaction. Now what I have done? Just resolving forces, vertical, horizontal. Apart from this, you will have weight, normal reaction. Very easy question. Very easy question. Literally, when compared to 22 series of mains, this is a very easy. You should score 85, 90 minimum as a pass mark for these question papers. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Yeah, non-conducting and a conducting balls both are released from same height from the Earth's surface. Fortunately, air resistance is neglected. That choose the correct option. 90% of the students will say both will read simultaneously, keeping in view of that leaning tower of Pisa experiment, where they have thrown feather and coin together in vacuum. Here, there none of them are related to this eddy currents property. Eddy currents, if you take into criteria, then non-conducting will have the advantage. It won't undergo any eddy currents fact. No opposition. Therefore, the non-conducting will reach first, whereas there is opposition to the metal ball due to this eddy currents. So it will reach late. So my answer, question number 3. I am telling you again, these are memory based questions. This is the information given by the student after 3 hours of his examination. And he need to remember lot of questions, and one out of this question is one out of that. So I am assuming these are the 4 options as told by the student to me, and out of these 4 options, the best option is 3. Right? If there is something different option, I might change my approach of answering this question. Within the given resource, this is my answer. And finally, the last question. A source of power 1.6 kilowatt emits 10 power 7 photons per second. Then the emitted wave is. See, you need to just go for the range. 1.6 into 10 to the power of 3 is 10 to the power of 17 times the energy Hc by lambda. I am assuming 6.6 into 10 to the power of minus 34 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided Hc by lambda. Now just work on the wavelength range. Simply forget about these numbers. 6.6 into 3 by 1.6. Now consider the multiplication factors of 10. Now basically you have 10 power minus 34 plus 17 plus 5. Here, this range literally is of the order of 10 power minus 12, less than angstroms. Not even angstroms, less than angstroms, less than 1 angstrom. Here, these won't work. This is of the range of 100 angstroms. This is more than 7,000 angstroms. This is more than that. It is of the order of few meters. So therefore, my answer is X-ray, and I am done with this paper. Right? A easy paper, straight paper, simple question paper. I doubt 100 out of 100 is a very easy task in this question paper. No doubt, even an average student will score 90 in this paper. Focus is required. And thank you for Narayana organizations allowing me to teach this paper and giving me an opportunity to discuss this question paper. Thank you all.